Hi everyone, this is Mike Celestino from Laughing Place, and we got this package from Hasbro, and usually Alex Reef, my coworker, does our Hasbro toy reviews, but since I'm kind of the resident Star Wars guy at Laughing Place these days, they decided to send it down here to Southern California where I could open up this box and check out what's inside. I think it's pretty exciting, so we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing here. And it did come with a, before we look at what the actual contents are, it did come with a letter from Hasbro. Let me read through this real quick. It says, HyperReal. Get ready to take premium collectible figures to a new level with the Star Wars The Black Series HyperReal line. Featuring hyper-realistic detailing and articulation, along with an exterior skin and interior skeletal structure for seamless posing, Star Wars The Black Series HyperReal 8-inch scale figures aim to elevate the high-quality trademark of the Black Series line to be even more dynamic and provide fans with incredibly lifelike, screen-accurate sculpts with no visible plastic joints. That's pretty cool. As the first figure released in the line, the Star Wars The Black Series HyperReal 8-inch Darth Vader figure echoes movie-inspired detail and fabric costuming as seen in Star Wars Episode V, The Empire Strikes Back. Complete with Hasbro's most impressive deco and premium soft goods to date, this figure comes with 8 accessories, including multiple hand variations. As a result, the HyperReal line allows for new expressions that mimic the structure of iconic characters, making it possible to produce identical poses and recreations from a galaxy far, far away. All that appeals to me very much. Using the HyperReal figure provided in this special Hasbro delivery, we encourage you to recreate your favorite Darth Vader moment from the Star Wars films and share on social using hashtag Hasbro Toy Pick. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions you may have, and may the Force be with you. And then it says we have to clearly and conspicuously disclose that Hasbro sent us the product for free in all written, photo, and video coverage. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm telling you we got it for free to take a look at it, review it, and tell you guys about it. And here we go. And here's what's actually in the box. There's some protective, kind of crumpled up paper in there so it doesn't get too banged up in the box. And we've got the, zoom out a little bit here, Darth Vader. Star Wars Black Series HyperReal Darth Vader. Disney Hasbro adult. This is an adult toy. Seamless joints. Highly posable. And there's a window here. It's a little dusty from the paper in there. And you got a Velcro flap. Let me see, why is, there we go. Okay, don't want to ruin it here, but there we go. Okay, the Velcro flap opens up and you can see Vader in all his glory. That looks pretty sweet, you guys. A lot of glare coming off the plastic bubble there, but we're gonna open him up and take a better look at him. And they got 3 poses going here now. Looks like he's like striking with his lightsaber, using a kind of a force maneuver, force push maybe, represented by that plastic blast there. And then in like a defensive position. And here's all the hand variants. There's like a closed one, pointing, kind of like pulling toward him maybe with the force. This is gripping the lightsaber and then pointing with the right side, just holding the lightsaber with the right side, and another force push with the right side hand. A couple other poses here. We've got Vader just kind of standing, looking a little awkward there, but I guess that's kind of a neutral Vader. And then this is, you know, join me, we can rule the galaxy as father and son kind of thing. And then on the back, oh, there we go. He's kneeling, talking to Emperor Palpatine in the hologram in Empire. Highly detailed character likeness. Metallic endoskeleton. Ultra premium textiles. Character inspired accessories. Cool. And then the top, you got the Star Wars The Black Series, which the Black Series, it's always been confusing to me because I collect the 6-inch Black Series. Let me show you real quick. So here's one of my shelves of 6-inch Black Series figures at the top of the wall here. And I really love all these figures. There's the Bounty Hunters. And then we eventually get down to Han and Carbonite. And here's the 6-inch Darth Vader that I have fighting Luke Skywalker there in Return of the Jedi. And there's the Emperor speeder bike, but you get the idea. And they also make Black Series 3 3/4 inch action figures, which is why I say it's a little confusing, because now you've got an 8-inch line, a 6-inch line, and the 3 3/4 inch line. So the Black Series is kind of all over the place, but they're always very high quality. I do appreciate that about them. Let's open this up and see what it looks like outside of the packaging. Okay, I went ahead and sliced open the tape on all the flaps here. We're just going to open this baby up, see how the box unfolds, and we'll just slide Vader out like that. Here he is in the plastic bubble there, plastic casing. I'll go ahead and pop him out here. Oh, he's got some... He's kind of tied in. We just have to untie these. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to cut him open. Hang on. Okay, and we've got Vader out of the packaging. Let's put the lightsaber back in his hand here. I like the heft of the lightsaber. It's nice and sturdy, as is the figure. Stand him up if we can. That's one of my ongoing pet peeves through my whole life, is standing up action figures. Hopefully this guy comes with a nice enough base with some good pegs that we can get him to stand on his own without too much help. Then also inside the box here, we've got all the hands. I think that's all that's in the box, but we'll set the box in the background. Okay, so we got Vader here. If you're not familiar with Darth Vader, he's the villain in a movie called Star Wars that came out like 42 years ago. And then he was in a couple sequels called The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And then like 15, 16 years after Return of the Jedi, they went back and told his backstory as a little kid. And now in the new Star Wars movies, we're learning about his grandson, who kind of looks up to Darth Vader as a role model, you know. Here's a little stand. Okay. So, the whole idea of this thing is that you're not supposed to see any of the joints. They're all kind of underneath the fabric and the plastic, which is great. It's more realistic looking, and I can tell right away that that's a good advantage to having this scale. And it's also very, very poseable, apparently. So we're gonna pick a pose to recreate, and then see if we can get it get it to look like it does in the movie. So here we go. I got Darth Vader to look exactly as he appears in the original 1977 movie. I got this screenshot to compare. Oh, I'm thinking of a different one. Sorry. But seriously, okay, here's Darth Vader. I kind of put him in like force choke mode as he kind of looked when he was choking Admiral Mahdi in the first Star Wars movie. That's a pretty a simple one to do. No real dynamic positioning there. But I'm going to try to do like an action pose next. So here we go. Okay, I set him up with the lightsaber now and this kind of force blast thing, which I'm not sure how I feel about this. This looks more to me like an ice shield or something than... The force is obviously invisible when you use it in this manner, so I don't know if I would keep this. If I had this on display like that, I would probably just have his hand out or something. But you can see here in his hand is the hole where this peg fits in right there, if you do want to use that. Otherwise, you're just going to have a little hole as he does the force push kind of thing. And then the lightsaber also, let me get him to stand up here. The lightsaber also has a removable blade, so that's cool. If you just want to have him holding the saber without it being ignited, you can just hold it there in his hand. And let me see, I'm curious if there's a way to hook it onto his belt, which would be... You think that would be an obvious thing to include. So there you go, Hasbro. That's one of the things I'm a little disappointed with here. I don't have a... Wait. This is like a... Wait, maybe I'm wrong. There you go. Okay, they were ahead of me. There's a hook. I was wrong about that. There you go, Hasbro. You thought of it. Thank you. Lightsaber hooks onto the belt. Satisfied there. I am bummed out that there's no pegs. There's peg holes. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. You guys. Hasbro's like 5 steps ahead of me on this. There are little pegs stored on the underside of this base in 3 holes. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different holes where you can put the pegs on the top of the base. And then there's holes in Vader's feet that go into the pegs. I had 2 complaints that I was ready to make, and they thought ahead. They out-complained me. So there you go. I did want to show you how you remove the hands, and they just kind of pop off. You gotta tug pretty hard here. Just go like that. I shouldn't do this with the pegs in there because I'm gonna break the pegs or get them stuck in the feet. And then his hand is off. There's what it looks like separated, and then I showed you in the packaging, but there's just a whole bunch of other hands. And if you want, you can put the wrong hand on the wrong side. This is the left hand that I'm putting on the right side, and you just got to push as hard as you pulled, and it pops right back in there. You heard that pop, and now he's got the Emperor put him back together wrong, is what we'll say. After his fight with Obi-Wan on Mustafar, the Emperor had to reassemble Anakin Skywalker, and the first attempt was not perfect, so he had one backwards hand, and he's like, "Come on, dude, come on, how are we gonna conquer the galaxy if I got a backwards hand?" So then he fixed it after that. But yeah, it's a great figure. It's really detailed. You got all the buttons and switches that, you know, calls his mom to pick him up, like Triumph the Insult Comic Dog would say. We're gonna put the correct hand on here. Let's put a closed fist. Pops right in there. Great. You got the saber, you got the belt, you got they don't have the chain, which I think is only in the first movie. He had that weird chain thing that he would wear in A New Hope, but I don't think it's it might be in Return of the Jedi too, but it's not in Empire, because this suit is reflective of the suit that he wears in The Empire Strikes Back. Let's see if we get a little better light on him coming in through the window and from the side there. Yeah, and then to move his arms around, it's just like you would pose any other action figure. He's got really nice movable joints, elbow, shoulder, head spins 360, just like Darth Vader, you know, does. And the legs. Let's get him to kneel before we wrap up here and pop out this peg, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break quickly. Sooner rather than later, that's gonna be broken, and it'll be no fault of Hasbro's. It'll be mine. I'm gonna cheat and look at the picture on the box there. I want to see if I can get him to do that. So he's gotta come down like this, and then this leg has to go. So the crotch plate kind of gets in the way, as it does, of this little maneuver, but I think we can get him pretty close. Let's take the lightsaber off. Then his arm goes down. This arm folds over in deference to Emperor Palpatine, and we kind of drape his cape over him like that. Alright. Yeah. He's gotta... There we go. Don't want to force it too much, but yeah, I think we're pretty close. Okay. I had to find a complaint, and maybe my complaint is that the crotch guard here is getting in the way of him leaning all the way over, like he's bowing toward the Emperor, but that's a minor complaint. How many people are gonna want to replicate the exact image that's on the, you know, the biggest one on the back side of the box? Seems unlikely to me. But yeah, you know, this is a cool toy. It's I don't know. Am I gonna start collecting an entire new line of Star Wars toys? I've got all the 6-inch guys from the original trilogy. I don't collect the sequel or prequel stuff, but I do love the original trilogy Black Series toys, and I bought the Rogue One and Solo ones too. So just that era, I like that era. The Imperial era of Star Wars is where my interests lie. And I don't know. I can't afford to upgrade my entire collection again to this 8-inch HyperReal line, but it is very cool, and I think people are really going to dig it. And the posability is a great advantage if you're setting up dioramas or scenes or something. And you know, Hasbro always does a great job on the detailing in this Black Series line. But you know, it's I want to check how much it costs, and then I'll get back to you on that. Pause, and it will dissolve to me telling you the price. Okay, I found it on Amazon for $80, which the 6-inch toys are usually about $20 each. Retail about $20. So I would have guessed this one, you know, with the articulation and the internal metallic endoskeleton and everything, I would have guessed 50 or 60. So 80 seems a little bit high to me. And again, if they're going to release an entire series of these at $80 a pop, I definitely can't swing that. But it is nice. And there are going to be a lot of collectors out here in the Star Wars fan circles who are going to want to get all these for sure. This is Mike Celestino from Laughing Place talking about the Darth Vader Star Wars Black Series HyperReal 8-inch action figure. Thanks to Hasbro for sending this to us, and I hope that you got some good info. Let me show you before we go. The display stand is just meant to look like, it actually looks more like the Bespin Cloud City carbon freezing platform. I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be, rather than a Star Destroyer bridge or something. But the other thing I want to mention about the stand, I'm going to edit this in, is that it will connect. It looks like it's going to connect in the future to other releases in this series. It has this little clip that clips on the side of the stand here, and then you'll be able to put another one right next to it. So my guess is like Chewbacca or whoever comes out next, you'll get the same kind of stand, clip it together there, and you could build the whole carbon freezing platform. And then the hands and everything, bunch of different hands, and the Force Blast. That's everything that comes with it. Cool toy, very neat. This is Mike from Laughing Place. Thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.